There we go. Should be good. Should be. There we go. And we're live. There we go. There we go. Yo, yo. Turn that shit off. I want to hear myself. Okay. Boom. Yo, Taryn, what's going on, man? I don't think Justin will pull out. Probably not. But it's curious. If he gets too bad, he may have to. I don't think he will. But yo, Colossian, what's up, buddy? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Justin is gonna knock Patty when they get in the octagon. Knock out Patty? Maybe. I don't think he will, but potentially he could. I'll give you that. He definitely could, but I don't think he will. I do not think he will. Hmm. Hmm. Do not think he will. I do not. Sounds weird to me for some reason. Sounds weird. All right, we're good there. Don't staph infection affects your weight cut? Yes. It affects your weight cut, it affects your cardio, it affects so much. So much. Yeah. I mean, like I said, Kevin Lee had a messed up one. I mean, and a lot of it was because of that, to be honest. Oh, Jesus. Damn it. Get that out of here. There we go. Perfect. I don't think Gaethje cuts that much weight, making 155. I think he walks around at 168. I mean, he probably walks around close to 170 or so. But again, it can make it a lot harder with having staff. It just can, you know, or 170. Yeah, I don't think Gaethje walks around big as Patty. Sure, sure. I agree with that. I agree with that. Again, we just got another announcement: Carlos Leal versus Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Jaquani. I love this matchup. If you guys don't know, I'm a big Chitty fan. Hasn't gone great in the UFC, but I'm excited for this matchup. I got to be honest. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. I'm going with the Nigerian cat. Yeah, Chitty and Jaquani. Awesome voice, really cool voice, and love his style. Not the best of cardio, but really fun fight. Really fun fight. Great matchup for both guys. A little bit of a scary one for Carlos Leal being knocked out cold in his last one by Renat. So I'm very curious to see on that one. Didn't he have a brother who fought? Yep, sure did. Sure did. Anthony Njokuani was his name. He was decent, good striker, not great anywhere else, but went to war with Edson Barboza. I believe fought Ross Pearson. Knocked out Roger Bowling in a really cool walk-off KO. Yeah, he's a nice guy too. Yep, yep, sure is. Sure is. Cool. Okay. Cool. 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 324. I can't believe it's almost here. Almost here. Anthony should come back. I don't think he's that old. He's 45. He's old. He's old. Rob Font versus Roto Roses in the works for 326. That seems weird. Also, Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber also just got announced. I didn't get the Lupe Gudinas, Tatiana Suarez. I didn't get that one. So, interesting though. Interesting though. 2 weeks. That's what we have. 2 weeks. 2 weeks before we get UFC 324. Yeah. I'm more ready for 326 in March. Really? Really? Holloway Oliveira? Yeah. I don't think the co-mains is good. I like Borello, DeRitter. Durden's whatever. That fight is whatever. I mean, he's at least he'll put on a good fight. I mean, the card's okay, but the main events, that one and Kaio and like RDR, that's the best fights. I think 324 is overall a more stacked card. To be honest, yeah, for sure a more stacked card. Are you a fan of boxing? Good try, Nick. Idiot. Not much longer. Yep, not much longer. Not much longer. What's the whole main card for 326? They only have 3 fights for the main card. 3. I think it was Oliveira, Holloway, Ritter. So it's Marcano, Brian Ortega, Borello, De Ritter. Obviously, Holloway, Oliveira. Those are the 3 main card fights we have. 3. So it was supposed to also be Paulo Costa versus Bruno Fiera, but that's not happening now. Yeah, I think 324 overall is more stacked than 326. Love the main event. Love the Borello, but Ortega Marcano should be good in the first one. Sure as hell was. Yeah, I don't think it's on the level of 324, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good fight for Ortega, for sure. For sure. Paramount Plus. Whew. Let's go. Let's go. Definitely picking Ortega. Yeah. I think on the feet, Marcano is better, but but on the ground, I think Marcano's good on the ground, but I think Ortega is credentially better. But God, has he not looked good for a long time? Long time. Even in the Yair fight, he had to come back and win that fight. Same thing with the Marcano fight, but he hasn't looked great in a while. Hasn't looked great. I favor Ortega standing too. Marcano, I think, is a better striker than Ortega. I think he's a little bit more pop. Like he TKO'd freaking Jalen Turner, I guess, on the ground, but yeah. Oh, hurt Benny. Obviously lost in the wrestling spot, but that would have been a good matchup. Dariush and Ortega. That would have been fun. That would have been fun. Let's see. Orlando stand up isn't that good. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think he's done very well in stand up wise at times. Super 26. Because like Ortega hasn't done great with the stand up in a while. In a while. Marcano 12-7. Oof. Hurt Dariush. Obviously lost the Islam. The Drew Dober, Brad Riddell, Alexander Hernandez, rear naked choke, Jai Herbert, rear naked choke. Yeah, I don't think his striking is that bad. Ortega's very hittable. Very hittable. So, yo, Taj, what's up? What's up? What's up? Ortega's stand up is bad, unfortunately. His defense is even worse. Dariush has his moments on the feet with Marcano. Sure, but I think a lot of that is because of how awkward Dariush is with his striking more than Marcano's not good on the feet. Because I think Dariush, I mean, he dropped fucking Gamrot. Dariush did. So I think he's better. That isn't, for sure. For sure. What the heck? Oh my goodness. There we go. Hi, hey, I'm from Japan. Hello. Hello. Hope we're doing well. Appreciate you. Just talking about fights, talk about the UFC, MMA, all that good stuff. And I'm a Japanese fighter. I fought called Ryzen. I'm still 19 years old, but I have a record of 11-1. I definitely would go to the UFC. Damn, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I think Charles Oliveira would outstrike Marcano on the feet. Charles is a very good striker. Like I think he destroys Brian Ortega. That doesn't mean Marcano is not a good striker. It just means Charles is way better. Has underrated striking. Underrated striking. Oh, does a move to 170 make Dariush an actual contender in the division? I think so. Because if it's only gonna make him not have to cut so much weight and only gonna make his chin better. That is the reality. Does he still get finished? Maybe, but he will have a better chin. Even Diego Lopez would if he was to move up and would be Marcano too on the feet. Again, Diego Lopez is a good striker. I think Marcano would have moments with his striking. Yo, Lolita, what's up? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Make sure you guys are smacking that like button. It helps the streams out so much. Appreciate you. Another underrated stand-up game is Islam, for sure. I've always said that. Glad you came on. Appreciate you. Me too. Yeah, I think Islam striking is very underrated. I remember when Lopez Oliveira was rumored to happen. I wish it did happen. I agree. There's the potential that the fight's close or Oliveira runs away with it. I think that's the reality. Because Lopez, even though he's good, he's very touch and go at moments. When he's in control, he looks great. But when it's back and forth, he's kind of getting touched up a little bit. How did you see Oliveira Lopez going? Well, the unpredictability of Lopez, that first round, he's a motherfucker. So he might have been able to catch Oliveira. I probably would have picked Oliveira, especially if it goes to the ground. Like I probably would have said if Mavzar was able to hold Lopez and do all these things for a little while and control him, I could only imagine what Oliveira is going to be able to do. Charles will finish Lopez if he gets to the ground, but Lopez is decent on the ground. He is decent. I was picking Charles. Yeah, yeah. But it's an interesting fight because of that first round. That power of Lopez. That is interesting. Or I guess that's what makes it interesting is that first round of Lopez. Again, if you guys haven't, smack that like button if you're coming into the stream. Subscribe to the channel. 2 weeks away from UFC 324. I think Charles finishes Patty, to be honest. That one's weird to me because I think the pressure of Oliveira could really do good stuff, but I think the ability of gosh, I worry about the durability of Charles in that fight. I would root for Charles. I would, but I don't think he would win it. Again, I don't know how his durability would hold up with somebody like Patty. And I think that's the only way Patty finishes Charles is if he's able to hurt him and then jump on top of him. Oliveira has power too. I could have seen him stinging Lopez in the stand-up war. Oh, 100%. Again, it's all about can Oliveira take the punishment? He's probably going to have to. I don't know. Prime Oliveira, sure. But I don't know in general, can he take the punishment he's going to have to? Charles would be better on the feet. Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Charles is 36. Lopez is 31. Yeah. And even you take the age away, look at Charles Wars, who he's fought, who he's been hit by. There's 100% difference. Patty, lightweight champion 2026, maybe could, especially if Ilya goes away. Also, Oliveira has longer reach than Lopez. Yep, yep. But again, it depends on how they're striking, because it's not like Oliveira's gonna pick his shots and keep the distance. No, Patty's definitely a contender. Scows just don't get knocked out. He is a contender for sure. For sure. That is 100% facts. 100% facts. Scouts just don't get knocked out. I don't know. I don't know if you want to play that game so much. I don't know. Oh yeah, we talked about fucking last night. Morales's record and all that stuff. It got taken away again today. I guess they said the two Ecuadorian fight promotion, whatever, was exhibition. So he's 19-0. I really hope Lopez comes up at some point, not when he's too old, for sure. I'll say if Lopez loses to Volk, he can move up. Absolutely. But both fighters in their prime, do you think Tony would have beat Charles? Yes. The difference in opponents, that is what I'm saying about Robertson and Lemos. Fair. Fair. The problem is it seems some matchups like Lemos doesn't do well with grapplers. Other times she seems to do well with grapplers. Robertson's not a great striker. If she can't get the takedown, she doesn't do well. But with somebody like Lemos, if you can get her down for 2 rounds, you could probably win the fight to decision. Masvidal slept to Scouser. Darren Till. All right. Awesome knockout by Masvidal. Awesome knockout. Beautifully set up. It's more fun fights for Lopez at 55, in my opinion. I 100% agree with that. Lemos is not good with grapplers. Yep. Sometimes she does okay, defensively wise. But other times she looks lost. Lost. Yeah, Lemos, not great. Not great. Gotta be honest. Let's see. Monetize. Yes. Boom. There we go. Bad idea to stand with Lemos, bad takedown defense. Yeah, for sure. For sure. The fights I want to see is Lopez have at 55 is against Oliveira, Holloway, Pimblett, etc. Yeah, that's true. I think Pimblett would be big in that in against Lopez. Same with Holloway. Same with Oliveira. Holloway's a bum. That doesn't make sense, but okay. Who would you pick between Holloway and Lopez? Holloway, for sure. You see Silva able to pick up or pick apart Lopez for that second round. Holloway, unless he gets caught with a big shot, he probably could win that matchup. You say Nunes beats Kayla? Yeah. Yeah. I don't see with Kayla with her awful striking defense being able to beat Nunes. I just don't see it. It's gonna be one of those things where Nunes doesn't throw because she's so worried about the takedown, which makes no sense to me. And then Kayla wins. I don't know, bro. Lopez looks bigger than Oliveira, in my opinion. I disagree with that. I don't think so. I think Oliveira is the better version of Lopez. 100%. Diego Lopez is 5'11", 72.5-inch reach. Charles is freaking close to that. 5'10" with the 74. So he has a 1.5-inch reach, but 1 inch in height for Lopez. I don't know if Lopez looks bigger than Charles, but he's an inch taller. How does it not make sense? Man's a super dirty fighter. Holloway? What are you talking about? Max such a G. He was teaching T City how to defend his punches. Yeah. Unbelievable moment. Lopez is taller than Oliveira too, but only by an inch. Yep. How about DC John Jones and a grappling? It's stupid. It makes no sense. I hate everything about it. Does John Jones want to be DC's friend? No. God, no. No. Absolutely not. And the problem with this, I don't give a shit if DC 12 nothings John Jones in a wrestling or a grappling match. I don't give a fuck. It means nothing. We've watched John dominate one match that goes to a decision, and then we watch him in a second one, a little bit more competitive, but John Jones flatlined him. I don't care if DC strangles him in a minute. It means nothing to me. I do not care. I don't care. It's like people being like, well, it's a no contest. You can watch him knock him out cold. I don't care. I hate it. How's your day been? Pretty good. How about you? I God, I hate when they talk about or like when DC was like, let's do it at heavyweight. Let's fight a heavyweight. It's like, why? Why are you even talking to the champion? You have done nothing to deserve a third matchup. You've been shut out twice. No. Rumors Kane is eligible for parole next month. I fucking hope he gets out. I hope. Ugh, I hate everything about it. I don't see Lopez making Oliveira look small like he did against Ortega. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yep. Ortega looked super small against Lopez. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What a fucking weird situation that was. Seriously. Also, Brian looks sick. I don't know. I don't get it with him. Is he just bad now? Is that just what's going on? It's I don't, so crazy. When King gets out of the UFC, better lay down the red carpet for him. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. I believe Dana did something for him as well. It was something pretty cool. I can't remember what it was. Got him a lawyer, paid for something. I can't remember what it was. But it was awesome. I was like, hell yeah. So stupid he's in there anyways. So dumb. So dumb. He's really lucky he didn't beat the fuck out of him with his fists. Just didn't smash his face in. Kidding me? Gosh. Got it. Do you think Hamza will be on the White House card? No. No. I don't think Hamzat's going to fight until Hamza gets the perfect opponent for him. Been dealing with this for 2 years, too many. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, we've got a couple announcements too. Couple of them. We got. Oh yeah, I told you it got changed. It's back to 19-0, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then that fight's pretty. This one's a little weird. Angel Pacheco, who's very, very hittable. That one's odd to me. And then this one's super fucking weird. I don't get this fight at all. Lopez might have a longer reach than Holloway. I don't know about that. He has a 72.5. 69. Yeah. 3.5 inch reach. That seems crazy to me. Same height. Wow. I really don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I'm not screaming out. It would definitely be a sight to see at the White House. It'd be crazy. Love to see Patty versus Holloway. Me too. Duck Dynasty. Beard. Yep. Who do you think Duplessis will fight? Whitaker. Yeah. Or the winner of Barello RDR. What do you think of Jake Paul find in boxing? I think what? Jake Paul sucks. Who's fighting at 324? What? I think Patty does have the longer reach than Holloway. Lopez does. 3.5. How Patty Holloway go? That one's interesting because I think Patty would have the strength on the inside. I think his grappling, his body locks would probably be better. I think his chokes, obviously, submission offense is better. It's all about if he can stop the output and the pace of Holloway. And Holloway has to not let Patty get hold of him. Duplessis already fought Whitaker. You're right, he did. My God. You're right, he did. Um, God, that's interesting because that's how he got the title shot. Sorry. Yeah, probably already are Ibarello. Sorry about that. Patty might be a nightmare matchup for Holloway. I could be wrong. No, I think so. Same as Charles. Same as Charles. Nightmare matchup, especially at this point in his career. UFC 324, yes. Patty might try and stand with Holloway. I think he definitely has more power, but he's definitely there to be hit. His leg kicks could be a good thing for Patty. I don't know. Oh, Gaethje Patty. I think Patty takes it. Me too. 2 weeks. Yep. Armin is a nightmare matchup too. For Max, grappling wise, yes. Striking, not at all. 2.5 weeks? No, 2 weeks. Well, yeah, yeah. Yo, Titan, what's up, man? What up, what up, what up? Again, if you guys haven't already, smack that like button. Appreciate you. Patty gets hit a lot, but he has an iron chin. Well, he has a chin for sure. You can't get hit too much by Gaethje, but I think everything has to go right for Gaethje to win. Yeah, I agree, Taryn. Not in the striking department, but grappling wise, yes. Just getting off work? Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. Do you think maybe Dana doesn't like Armin because of Armin's family wealth? No. Dana doesn't like Armin because Armin headbutts Dan Hooker at the weigh-ins, punches a fan, pulls out of a fight for nothing basically the night before. That's why he hates him, and he should. Dealing with stupid people all day, yeah, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm not a big people guy, so not a big people guy. For some reason, I can see Patty Rock and Holloway on the feet. I believe you agree with me. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, like I can see Holloway Calvin catering Patty for sure, but I also more likely see Patty hurting Holloway and finishing him. Ilya beats Armin. Will they fight? Yes. Does Chandler ever fight again? Yeah, 100%. 100% he fights again. Absolutely. When you work with a bunch of young kids, they sometimes can test my patience. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. What's the 234? What? What? Tim. A bunch of kids can be horrible. Yeah. But I'm off the rest of the week. So happy I get to go. I'm happy I go tomorrow to find out what I'm having. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome, Titans. What me and my wife are having. Dude, that's awesome. Congrats, buddy. I go back to work on Friday. Damn. Work at Walmart. I worked there for fuck, I think 2 years. Years ago at this point. Way before they even changed the pay. There was still it was like $8 an hour back then. But yeah, pretty good times. Your Wes? Sup? Pete, that's stupid. I didn't know until my son was born. Damn, that's awesome. I think my wife would be very upset with that, Pete. Be very upset with that. Again, make sure you guys are smacking that like button. We're almost at 10 likes. Smack, smack, smack it. I worked at Family Dollar before Walmart. Please don't laugh at me. No, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta make money. Yep, perfectly fine. My sister works at Walmart. Yeah, they don't pay terribly now. So, and the good thing about that is you don't really get overtime. They don't like that. At least they didn't when I was working there. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Got to do what you got to do sometimes. Stock shelves at nighttime. Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. As long as you're feeding your family, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. Correct. I've been at Walmart for 3 years now. Damn, dude. That's what a fucking chat that is. See ya. Unbelievable. Oh, they were timed out, doubled, double. I wonder if that's for 2 days. Or does it just count as one? That'd be sick. I work in the electronics section at Walmart. Damn. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I worked in the back. I was unloading the trucks and stuff when I worked there. I went to Walmart one time. Show feet. Feet are fucking gross. Getting some Taco Bell. Damn. Taco Bell sounds good, my guy. Invest 30% of your money into crypto coin. Is Walmart overpriced? Absolutely. Their meat quality is not great anymore. Yeah. but it's not bad for a job. A timeout people for 24 hours. Yep. What, Chris? What was that? Home Depot is a good job too. Not terrible. I work in a factory now. I worked in a factory in high school, and after I got out of school, then I cleaned campers, and then I was a custodian for 5 years. Damn. Okay. Okay. Again, appreciate you guys. Super chats are always welcome. They help out the channel and help me out. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I did. I worked at Walmart twice. The first time I was there, I was the custodian. Second time, I did the back, stocking shelves, but I worked in the back unloading trucks, getting all that shit set up. And yeah, Walmart's a good job. I love it here. Hell yeah, dude. Just in a small town of Indiana. Yep. Appreciate you, Lolita. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was actually thinking of doing um, like a 24-hour stream. It's not gonna be like honestly, it would just be like with you guys chatting in the chat. It'd be a black screen or something on the screen. It wouldn't be me. I don't know if that'd be something that would be cool, but it's honestly just to get like watch hours and stuff like that, algorithm and stuff like that moving. Obviously, I'm still gonna do these streams where I am talking, but I was wondering if that would be weird to do or interesting. You ever think about getting the fuck off YouTube live as a grown man? No. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about MMA fights. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. I bet winner of Holloway Alvera fights Pimblett. Agreed. I was about to say, where are the trolls? They come out before I commented. Yeah. Try it and find out. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very curious to see how it would do. Very curious. Absolutely. Don't like it. Don't watch. Leave. Yep. Why do trolls come over here? That's what they do. Appreciate you, Lolita. Sup, bro? Something happened with Justin? He has like a staph infection. He potentially might not make it. What's up? Hey, does Justin have a good chance against Patty? Have a good chance? I mean, he has a chance. I wouldn't say a good chance. He could catch him for sure, but I think Patty wins. Sometimes you got to let the trolls rock out. Don't even respond to them because that's all trolls want is a reaction. Don't feed into it. Yeah, you're right. The only issue is like I'm reading everyone's thing. So then it's like I don't have the second to process what's going on because I'll end up reading it and then I'm like, fuck, you know? It was a decent day, Titans, for sure. Who do you think might replace him? Does Armin have a chance? Armin, of course, would have a chance. I think Patty still wins that matchup, but Armin for surely would not step in. Of course, Justin has a chance against Patty. You already said hey. I said hey. You already said it. Block them. Some comments are just disgusting. Oh, 100%. 100%. They won't put Armin in there. I just won $300 on Shark Money Line. I'm lit right now. Hell yeah, buddy. That's awesome. That's awesome. UFC would be in shambles if Justin pulled out. Imagine if Armin filled in and smashed him, making him the interim title holder. Well, I think if Armin wouldn't have pulled out, or punched a fan, or headbutted Dan Hooker at the weigh-ins, I don't think they have an issue with him. LeBron or Jordan. I'm a LeBron guy. I didn't really see Jordan, so I don't know. Armin wouldn't make weight unreliable. Correct. So who do you think would be the potential replacement? Ooh, I mean, if Gaethje pulled out, which is a crazy fight, let's be honest, crazy fight. 55. Um, shit. You know what? It would probably end up being Charles or Max. If yeah, because that's an interim title fight. Justin and Patty. I would assume it is. Maybe you could do Benoit. Maybe you could do. That's kind of it, to be honest. Kind of it. Oh, all right. Who do you have this week in college football in the NFL? Let's hear it. Give me them predictions. They rescheduled probably. Probably. Arm and smashing Patty? I don't think so. Ooh, NFL. Let's look. Let's look. Ty Simpson declares for the draft, which I thought he could have went back and actually made his case better, to be honest. But I don't think he wanted to transfer, and that's I think what he would have had to do. So Sunday we have two games: Bills, Jags, Chargers, Patriots. I got the Jags. I don't trust the Bills team at all. I think Allen is good, super overrated, and I have the Chargers beating the Patriots. Patriots have played nobody besides the Bills. Bad teams they have kind of barely won. Some they've blown out. Good teams they've barely won, but they haven't played a ton. Chargers I think wins in a close one, and I think Jags win in that one. Oh, college football. I fucking missed that one. Hold on. CAA. Ooh. Oh, today we actually will have Miami Ole Miss at 6:30. Friday, I believe it is, we'll have Oregon, Indiana. I think Miami's gonna get the upset, and I think um, Indiana's gonna beat Oregon. So Miami, Indiana. Lopez 45 or 55, 55. They won't break up that Holloway Oliveira fight. Fair. I would hate that because Max would do work on him if Justin pulled out potentially. I think Patty would win that, to be honest. I doubt Holloway Oliveira step in because they're scheduled for to dance at 326. Fair. Is Conor McGregor ever going to fight again? God, I hope not. I got Armin over Patty too, but I don't think he'd smash him. I think Patty would win that. I can see BSD stepping in. Fair. Will Conor fight again? I hope not. Armin would out wrestle Patty and make him gas, in my opinion. He definitely could. I think Patty's power could cause problems for Armin. Armin's not great striking defensively wise. Ryan, so EBT bad credit. Actually, no. Thank you very much. Appreciate you though. WTF, right? Right. Well, hopefully I answered your question, Titans. Oh, that's a good question, Titan, actually. Who's winning the Stanley Cup this year? No idea. I don't watch hockey. No idea. I do not watch hockey. One of the few sports I don't watch. That and soccer. I don't watch it. But Titans, who's going to be the coach for your team? That's an interesting one too, because games, news. Todd Bowles is coming back. fucking gross. Ugh. God. Draft fantasy. NFL. Bowling, tennis, no. Do you watch the NBA? Some. I just remember that Jared fight. I don't think he's that good. I think Justin's gonna knock him out. Everybody's beats Michael Chandler. Fair, sure. The problem is I don't trust Justin's durability. Golf, F1. I do like golf. Down syndrome, Jesus. What a stupid thing to say. Why? Why say that? Why say that? Okay, so there's actually talks of fucking Deion Sanders becoming a coach, which is weird. In the NFL, my dream coach would be John Harbaugh. I feel you there. I think Stefanski goes to the Giants. I think Flores, if he does leave, I think he goes to the Falcons. I think Harbaugh, Titans is interesting. Titans is very interesting to go there. If I get that, I'm gonna run down the street naked. That's great. Oh, Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver, Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak. That's who's interviewing for the Baltimore Ravens head coach. I don't understand a team getting firing their coach of 18 years to get someone who hasn't coached a team, especially a team like the Ravens, who expect playoffs, expect deep runs in playoffs year in, year out. So I don't really understand that, to be honest. Arizona Cardinals head coach. Interview request. Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy. No. Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph. No. Former Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. That's not a bad one. That's not bad. Kubiak, Weaver, Patriots passing game coordinator Thomas Brown. Okay. 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh. Saleh or Raheem Morris is not bad for the Cardinals. It doesn't really fit with their scheme of play, but that's not bad. That's not bad. I would be okay with that. GM interview request Bears assistant GM Ian Cunningham. Head coach interviews request Joseph Weaver Kubiak. Former Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski for the Atlanta Falcons. That is a dream scenario right there. Let me tell you. Okay, hello you all. What's up? Was watching some of the new fight library on Paramount today. UFC 2024 can't come soon enough. I agree. Cliff Kingsbury would do great with Lamar at his QB. The problem with Cliff is I don't think consistently he'd be good. I don't think he's a guy to draft what Lamar needs. Lamar is a great player, but he needs help. Every team, every quarterback needs help at some point, and Lamar needs help. He can't do everything by himself. My man playing with Jesus' name has Tim Respect poking fun at Down syndrome people. Yeah. No, my thing is, I'm asking Andy Reid today if I'm the Chiefs. How long are you going to stay around for? You want to retire, or are you going to go? Are you going to be around for a couple more years? And if so, say retire soon. I'm calling John Harbaugh. The problem is like I think Andy Reid is perfect for the team for the Chiefs. They just need more. They need a running game. That's the biggest problem that the Chiefs have. They need to draft a little bit better. That's the reality. Um, I don't think John Harbaugh fits the Chiefs. I think John Harbaugh would fit like the Ravens, not the Ravens, Jesus, the Falcons, Cardinals. I don't really feel that because he's going into a bad situation with the quarterback. But like Falcons for sure, Titans yes, Giants yes, yeah. Even if like the Steelers fire Tomlin if they when if or when they get they win or lose, probably lose against the Texans. I think they win, but if they lose, that's a good fit for them. 324, sorry, not 2024. I got it, what you meant. Or if Steelers win this weekend, I want their coach to go to Tennessee. Tomlin's not going to Tennessee. No way. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome though. The Texans, who should have thought Who would have thought? Yeah. Well, they played. Even they were like 2-5 at one point. And yeah, it is crazy the turnaround they've made. The Jags made really interesting football season. Really fun one for sure. It's weird not having Bengals like Burrow in the playoffs, Patrick in the playoffs, Lamar no playoffs. That's weird. Um, but wild, I think. Just crazy. Just crazy. Very curious. Oh yeah, and then Matt Ryan, I think, was becoming the GM. Matt Ryan's favorite to land position Atlanta's front office. That's what it was. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, Cleveland Browns. That's another one. Head coach. They were talking about Raheem Morris, Ravens offensive coordinator Tom Monk, and the Bengals offensive coordinator Dan Pitcher. Browns offensive coordinator Tommy Reese. Interesting. Browns defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Schwartz is what I mean. Uh, you know, John Harbaugh would be a pretty good fit for there. Um, I don't understand firing Stefanski. He won back to back, I believe, fucking coach of the year. I don't get it. I do think Shador is their QB of the year. I know people don't like to hear that because he's bad. He doesn't really have anything. Um, yeah, I don't know. Odd. Los Angeles Raiders is another weird one. You know, Nagy's okay because he's decent play caller, but I don't know. Davis Webb is a very weird fucking quarterbacks coach that they might get. I don't understand it at all. Oh, Giants have already interviewed request. They've already gotten Joseph Savansky, Morris, QBI, former Packers, and head coach Mike McCarthy. God no. Interim head coach Mike Kafka. Wow. Wasn't he a quarterback? Colts defensive coordinator, Lou, whatever that is. Oh, he was a New York who was the Giants defensive backs coach in 2018. That's interesting. Interesting. I don't know. Greetings from North Korea. Appreciate you. Do you watch boxing or just MMA? Some boxing. Calissa gonna get KO'd if she fights a man. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I hope Tio beats Shakur. That card looking good. Shakur just a boring fighter. I think he's boring. I think technically he's really good. Tio's good. I didn't think he beat uh what's his name? I can't remember his name now. I thought it was a close fight. I thought he won it. I don't like the attitude of Tio, but he's very talented. I wish they would do that for Indianapolis. Have Payne come in if he wanted to, but he hates the Colts. That's the reason he retired. Bronco. Yeah, and again, he should have. I agree with him. I agree with him. They screwed him. Clarissa said she would beat Triple G. Oh, that'd be ridiculous. Triple G would knock her out in 2 rounds. 2 rounds. 100%. 2 rounds. That'd be awful. Awful. Triple G. God. Harbaugh to the Raiders. I don't know. Oh yeah, NBA. Trey Young got traded to the Wizards for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. That doesn't really seem fair to me. It doesn't really seem like a great trade, but I mean, I guess seems weird. Seems very weird. I don't know. He's full of shit. They're not allowed to be on this kind of stuff in North Korea. 2 seconds. Yeah. Files have exploded. Crawford and Haney. Canelo fought Triple G when he was 35 and on his and way out of his prime and downhill from there. Oh, in after. I disagree. The first Canelo fight with Triple G. Triple G was not out of his prime. Not out of his prime. He was out of his prime in the third one. I would have had Andrew Luck sit behind Manny for a couple of years, like Jordan and Brett, and all behind sit each other and Brett Favre. Yeah, 100%. Would you move to Florida if you left Indiana? I could, or I would if I could. Yeah, absolutely. If I could, yes, yes. We love Florida. Yes, like Cape Coral, beautiful, just beautiful. Look my poster nice. It's definitely not Pokemon, but all right. Definitely not Pokemon. Triple G was 35, the first fight, and Canelo was 27. Yeah, but did you watch the fight? That is not out of prime, Triple G. So, what about Tennessee? I don't care for Tennessee really. My wife loves it. Her family, some of her family lives there, and he still beat Canelo with a controversial draw. Yeah, I thought Triple G beat Canelo in that first one. I thought Canelo won the second one, and clearly he won the third one. My favorite clips in Florida are Orlando cities. Sorry, cities in Florida are Orlando and Tampa. Okay, I like Fort Myers, but I love Cape Coral. I just think it's beautiful. Um, let me see. Bop, 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 bop. Mm, right here. My favorite. I love Nashville too. That's where I'm currently living. Oh, okay. Like the cat art in the back. Meow. Appreciate you. Miami is super overrated. Never been there. Yeah. Nashville. I thought Triple G won it. Was either the first one or the second one. Probably the first one. A lot of people thought he won the first one. Yo, Brian, what's up, man? Thoughts on Islam versus Hamza last fight? I thought Islam looked great. I thought Hamza was dominant. Tell me about the greatest moment of your life. What? And having kids is probably the greatest moment. Me and my wife. I think Canelo is overrated. That's crazy. I think Canelo is incredible. Everybody likes the cat. Yes. I'm from Illinois originally. Oh, okay. Okay. How many kids? Three. Been in Nashville since 2021. Okay. We took a vacation there a little while ago. I like it when Canelo cusses in English. Yeah. It's a little tough hearing him speak English. It's a little tough, for sure. If I could, I would. No, probably not. I mean, he fought decent fighters, Triple G, but he lost to all the good fighters. He fought Crawford, B. Volt, and avoided what's his name. Well, if you're talking about Benavidez did nothing to fight him. And how can you say he lost? He lost to only good like he has three losses or four losses. I don't understand that assessment. Yeah, he has three losses. He's 63-2. I just don't understand this. Like he's being Edgar Berlanga. I mean, he lost to Bivol in a different weight division. Okay, cool. You beat Jamel Charlo, destroyed Caleb Plant, dominated him, dominated Billy Joe Saunders, beat Callum Smith. I just don't understand that assessment. Beat Liam Smith, which is huge. Destroyed Amir Khan. Beat Miguel Cotto back in the day, though. I'll give you that. Beat Austin Trout, beat Shane Mosley. I don't understand that assessment. He's fought some really good fighters. His three losses are Floyd, Bivol, and Crawford. Again, I don't understand that assessment. I don't get it. Canelo is the whitest Mexican I've ever seen, right? Who's my top three pound for pound? Top three pound for pound: John Jones, GSP, DJ. What's his name? I def don't want to see Usyk versus Wilder. Oh yeah, me neither. That sounds awful. Sounds like a beatdown. How do you like Orlando? I've never been there. Mexican is extremely diverse. He's declining. Yes. Wilder's done. My favorite cities in California are San Diego, Sacramento, Los Angeles is very overrated, just like Miami. Okay. Is it true that Islam doesn't want to fight Morales because he's whatever Morales is? I couldn't give a fuck less. It definitely has nothing to do with that. The whitest white to the darkest dark are Mexicans. Morales is the best 170 pounder. Fact. I don't know. I don't know. We got to see him fight a grappler first. What do you mean Gaethje is pulling out? I said, could he pull out? Because he has staff. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying he's not in the GOAT conversation. You mean he's 60? You mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Francis beats Wilder? Probably. Backyard? Sup. Morales isn't best 170. I don't think so. Could he end up being? Maybe. But I don't think so. I don't think he is right now. Will he pull out? Maybe. I don't know. He fought Brady. Morales did. Yeah. Pimbley versus Armin. Make it happen. It's fate. It's not. Not with Armin. Grappler. Yeah, but Brady's barely a grappler. Like, if he gets you down, he's decent, but he doesn't have good shots. His strike defense is bad. If he can get you down, he's great. But, I mean, that was the outcome everybody's seen happening. That was easy. Yeah, Gaethje's mom is Mexican. Mex, I can. But I appreciate you guys. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me. I will be back again tomorrow. Again, I think I'm gonna try that stream where you guys can kind of just talk in the chat and stuff. I don't know, but I do appreciate you. Did you see Armin kneeing that dude in the grappling match that he had? Yikes! I did not see that, but that's awful. Later. Peace out, bro. Appreciate you. Finally, something we disagree on that makes my heart happy. I appreciate you. Stay safe. I'll be back tomorrow.